Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. The diagnostic trouble code DTC P2651 indicates that the rocker arm oil pressure switch is experiencing performance issues, specifically being stuck off. This component plays a crucial role in the variable valve timing and lift electronic control (VTEC) system of the Honda Civic, helping to adjust the timing of the engine's intake and exhaust valves for optimal performance and efficiency. Located near the rocker arm oil control valve, this switch detects oil pressure and relays essential information to the powertrain control module (PCM). The proper functioning of this component is integral to the VTEC system, as it ensures that the correct oil pressure is maintained for smooth engine operation. A malfunction could lead to decreased engine performance, increased emissions, or even engine damage. Prior to troubleshooting, it's important to have the necessary tools on hand to perform accurate measurements and repairs. DTC P2651 specifically pertains to the rocker arm oil pressure switch's performance being below the required threshold, or it being stuck in the off position. This switch is pivotal as it monitors the oil pressure within the VTEC system, enabling optimal control of valve timing. When the oil pressure is too low, the switch fails to activate, resulting in a poor engine performance. Typically, you can find this switch located near the rocker arm oil control valve within the engine compartment, which allows it to directly monitor the oil pressure for the VTEC mechanism. The PCM utilizes the signal from this switch to determine whether to activate VTEC functions, playing a vital role in both efficiency and power delivery. If the rocker arm oil pressure switch is faulty, it can trigger DTC P2651 and impact engine performance, leading to symptoms such as poor acceleration or increased fuel consumption. Understanding the possible causes of DTC P2651 is critical for an effective troubleshooting process. One of the initial considerations is a low engine oil level, which can impact the overall oil pressure within the system. Without adequate oil, the rocker arm oil pressure switch may not receive sufficient pressure to function correctly. Another potential cause is a faulty rocker arm oil pressure switch itself. Components may wear out or become defective over time. Additionally, a disruption in the circuit supplied by the PG wire may lead to an open circuit, preventing the switch from effectively communicating with the PCM. Lastly, connections, such as poor wiring or loose terminals, can also lead to intermittent failures that would trigger this DTC. Each of these causes must be examined carefully to diagnose and resolve the issue. The symptoms associated with DTC P2651 can have significant implications for engine performance and reliability. One of the most notable symptoms is a general decline in engine performance, which can manifest through sluggish acceleration or harsh shifting in automatic transmissions. This can be traced back to issues within the VTEC system, which is meant to optimize performance under varying conditions. Additionally, increased emissions can occur as a result of improper timing in the valve operation, affecting the vehicle's compliance with emissions regulations. The check engine light will also illuminate, indicating that there's an issue requiring prompt attention. Detecting and addressing these symptoms early can prevent more severe engine damage or wear and tear and improve overall vehicle operation. It's vital for owners to be aware of these indicators to avoid further complications. The first step in troubleshooting DTC P2651 involves checking the engine oil level. A proper oil level is critical because insufficient oil can lead to inadequate pressure being registered by the rocker arm oil pressure switch. You'll want to ensure that the oil is filled to the manufacturer's specified level. If the level is low, replenishing it to the correct specification is necessary before proceeding. This marks a crucial preventive action against potential engine wear caused by low oil conditions. If the oil level is found to be acceptable, you can move on to the next troubleshooting step with the confidence that this common issue isn't the underlying cause of the DTC. This initial check is vital as it sets the stage for effectively diagnosing the performance of the rocker arm oil pressure switch. In the second troubleshooting step, you'll begin by turning the vehicle to the on mode, preparing to interface with the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS. This system is essential for diagnosing various electronic issues within the vehicle. After powering the vehicle, use the HDS to clear the DTC. Clearing the code resets the system and can help pinpoint whether the issue is persistent or an intermittent failure. Post-clearance, turn the vehicle back to the off position and then switch back to on. This step allows for a fresh assessment of all monitored parameters. After executing these sequence of actions, you will select the VTEC test from the inspection menu within the HDS. If the HDS shows a normal indication, this suggests the system is functioning properly at that time, making it necessary to check for poor connections or loose terminals as potential intermittent issues. This step lays the groundwork for determining if the initial DTC was a one-time occurrence or part of a larger problem. Step 3 entails evaluating the possible failure area by looking at the rocker arm oil pressure switch itself. To initiate, first ensure the vehicle is powered down by turning it to the off/lock position. Once powered down, disconnect the rocker arm oil pressure switch, specifically the 2P connector, to isolate it from the system for testing purposes. With the switch disconnected, switch the ignition back to the on position, preparing for voltage measurement. Utilize a multimeter to measure the voltage between test points 1 and 2. Test point 1 corresponds to the female terminal number 2 of the rocker arm oil pressure switch connector, and test point 2 should be the body ground. If voltage is present, it indicates that some components in the circuit are functioning, warranting further investigation with subsequent steps. However, if there is no voltage detected, troubleshooting will then focus on other circuitry aspects leading to the switch. This thorough voltage check provides critical information regarding the status of the oil pressure switch and the associated wiring. The fourth troubleshooting step focuses on checking for continuity in the powertrain ground PG wire line. This involves first ensuring that the vehicle is in the off/lock mode to safely perform diagnostics. The objective is to verify that there is a continuous electrical connection between the designated test points. Disconnect the rocker arm oil pressure switch 2P connector to facilitate this process. The first test point will be female terminal number 1 of the rocker arm oil pressure switch connector, while the second test point will be the body ground. By using a multimeter set to the continuity setting, you can confirm whether there is a continuous circuit present. If continuity is confirmed, you can proceed to the next step. If not, it indicates there's an open in the PG wiring and repairs would be required. This test is crucial because any disruption in the electrical connection can directly affect the performance of the rocker arm oil pressure switch. In step 5, the focus shifts to directly verifying the oil pressure of the VTEC system. Begin by carefully removing the rocker arm oil pressure switch from the rocker arm oil control valve, ensuring you administer proper torque specifications to avoid damaging components. After removal, utilize the specified special tools to connect the rocker arm oil pressure switch to an oil pressure gauge adapter. This precise connection makes it possible to accurately measure the oil pressure readings while the engine is running. Once equipped, restart the engine and navigate to the VTEC test on the HDS. During this test, the oil pressure should be greater than or equal to 45 kilopascals or 6.5 psi. If you find the pressure to be inadequate, it suggests potential issues with the VTEC system oil passages or the rocker arm oil control valve itself. In the event that oil pressure is sufficient, you should replace the rocker arm oil control valve to rectify the identified malfunction, ensuring optimal engine performance. Step 6 involves a detailed check of the variable timing oil pressure management (VTEC) line. Begin this step by ensuring the vehicle is turned off to maintain safety during the diagnostic process. Use the HDS to jump the SCS line, which puts the system into a diagnostic mode. Allow the system to sit for more than a minute, ensuring that any transient issues are captured effectively. Next, disconnect the PCN connector number 1, specifically pin 96P, to allow isolation of the circuit for continuity checking. Following this, you will measure continuity between test points 1 and 2, which now includes the female terminal number 2 of the rocker arm oil pressure switch connector and terminal number 48 of the PCM. If continuity is presented, this suggests that the wiring is intact and operational, leading to the next troubleshooting step. However, a lack of continuity would confirm an open circuit in the VTEC wire, necessitating repairs. The integrity of this line is essential for maintaining proper communications within the VTEC control system. The final troubleshooting step focuses on evaluating the rocker arm oil pressure switch's internal circuit. Begin by ensuring the vehicle remains in the off-lock mode to prevent any accidental starts during testing. At this point, you'll check for continuity between the specific test points on the rocker arm oil pressure switch itself. You will be interpreting the condition of the male terminals, observing whether continuity exists between terminal number 1 and terminal number 2 of the switch. If continuity is present, it signifies that the switch is functioning appropriately, allowing you to conclude the diagnostic process and reassemble the components. However, if no continuity is detected, it indicates internal malfunction within the rocker arm oil pressure switch, necessitating replacement. Additionally, if you encounter difficulties or persistent issues, consulting authorized service information or substituting a known good PCM may provide additional insights. Monitoring for improvements following any interventions is critical in confirming whether the original issue has been rectified or if further analysis is required. Upon completing all necessary repairs related to DTC P2651, it's imperative to conduct a final verification to ensure that the repair was successful and that the issue has been fully resolved. This involves rechecking all systems involved in the VTEC operation and specifically monitoring the oil pressure switch. It's advisable to run the engine for a short period and observe whether any warning lights, specifically the check engine light, reappear. Utilization of the HDS to perform a self-diagnostic check after repair can confirm whether DTC P2651 or related codes return. A thorough validation ensures that any connections and components were reassembled correctly, preventing any further issues. Further, it may include a test drive under varied conditions to verify proper engine responsiveness and performance. Final verification is an essential step in the repair process, confirming that the vehicle operates as intended. Preventive maintenance is a vital aspect of ensuring long-term reliability for vehicles, especially regarding the VTEC system in the Honda Civic. One of the primary maintenance tasks is to regularly check the engine oil level. ensuring it remains within the manufacturer's specified range. Adequate oil levels are essential for the proper function of the rocker arm oil pressure switch and the overall health of the engine. Scheduling routine inspections of the VTEC system can help in identifying any potential issues before they escalate into serious faults, such as DTC P2651. Engine oil changes should adhere to factory recommendations and use quality oil to reduce wear and tear. Additionally, ensuring all electrical connections to components like the rocker arm oil pressure switch are secure can prevent intermittent failures. Regular maintenance strengthens both performance and longevity of the vehicle, minimizing the risk of future diagnostic trouble codes. In conclusion, understanding DTC P2651 provides critical insights into the functioning of the rocker arm oil pressure switch and its integral role within the VTEC system. Effective troubleshooting encompasses a structured sequence, starting from basic oil level checks to complex continuity and pressure tests. Each step must be executed with precision to isolate the root cause of the issue, whether it is a simple maintenance oversight or a deeper electrical fault. A successful resolution not only enhances engine performance, but also contributes to the vehicle's overall reliability and emission standards. It's prudent for Honda Civic owners to recognize symptoms early and engage in regular preventive maintenance to mitigate the occurrence of this DTC. Lastly, keeping informed and equipped with diagnostic tools and knowledge can empower owners to manage their vehicle's health effectively. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.